What is up, you far out interdimensional beings? Thank you for being here. Today we are going to go over some cryptocurrency terminology to help you become a better investor today. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is Dapps. Dapps stand for Decentralized Applications. They're computer programs that utilize a blockchain for data storage. It runs autonomously and it is not controlled or operated by a single entity. A good example of this is CryptoKitties. You can type that into Google and just find some Dapps that you can get into and learn about. Essentially, they're just decentralized apps, Dapps. And that's basically what you need to know about that for right now. The second one is going to be DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. And they're run by an application rather than direct human input. Control of this application is granted to anyone and everyone who uses it rather than a single central entity. ATL and ATH, they just mean all-time low and all-time high. This is just important if you're browsing through Reddit and you need to find out what people are talking about, because you're like, what the hell is this ATL and ATH? It's all-time high and all-time low. It's a simple one, but one you should know about because they do use this a lot on the social medias. So ATL, ATH. Gas. Gas is the fee charged for a given operation that relates to the computational power required to complete it on a blockchain. So basically, a lot of times it's just referring to Ethereum gas. And if I have an NFT, the JPEG, the PNG, whatever it is, and I want to send it through the blockchain to be verified that I own it, I created it, I'm sending it through the blockchain, and the computational power required to make that go through the blockchain and be verified takes power, and it requires a fee from me to essentially purchase that computational power to grant that NFT ownership to myself. To simplify it, gas is just used, it's a fee for using the Ethereum blockchain in any way, shape, or form. Mining. Mining is the process of verifying transactions on the blockchain. The person that is using their computing power to solve the encryption challenges on the blockchain to allow the transaction to occur or to go through is rewarded with new fractions of the cryptocurrency. So if I'm using my GPU to mine Bitcoin, that's just allowing the computational power to help you send and receive Bitcoin. And by doing that, new Bitcoin is created, and I'm rewarded a fraction of that for mining it. The hash rate is just the measurement of performance that reveals how many hashes per second your computer is capable of producing. Essentially, to sum it up, this is how good you are this is how well your computer is at mining. So if you have a high hash rate, then you probably have multiple GPUs going, and you've got a lot of fractions of cryptocurrency being generated for you because you have a high hash rate. So you're doing a lot of work with your computer. Peer-to-peer is simply how it sounds. Peer-to-peer connections are two or more computers networking with each other without a centralized third party acting as an intermediary. I like to think of this in terms of community participation. That is what makes the world go around, the world of cryptocurrency go around. When multiple people are using the Ethereum blockchain and it's a peer-to-peer system, then by using it, that is what helps the cryptocurrency take off. You have people using it on the mining aspect, you have people using it and on the consumer side of things, buying and selling. So a peer-to-peer is just a connection of two or more computers networking with others without a centralized third party acting as that intermediary. So now we're going to jump into proof of work, proof of stake, and proof of authority. And proof of stake is essentially it caps the reward given to miners for providing their computational power to the network at the miner's investment in the cryptocurrency. So if I buy 15 Polkadot and Polkadot is at 12%, then I'm going to get 12% of my initial investment for staking Polkadot. And essentially, it encourages miners to stick with a certain blockchain rather than converting the rewards to an alternate crypto. So basically, it like locks it away and uses it to help the transactions go through that blockchain smoothly. Proof of work is a little bit different. In order to receive a reward for mining the crypto, you must show that your computer contributed effort to approve a transaction. A variable is added to the process of hashing a transaction that demands that effort before a block can be successfully hashed. So basically, having a hashed block proves the miner did work and deserves that reward, hence proof of work. So proof of work is Bitcoin. They use computing power to make their platform successful. That is to add transactions of buying and selling Bitcoin. They use computing power to verify all of those transactions. Where that does happen in proof of stake, it's just done a different way. Proof of work, I would have to set up my computer and have my GPU running to solve these complex equations so that new cryptocurrency can be rewarded and cryptocurrency can be sent and received. So proof of stake essentially just locks that away, locks away my initial investment that I chose to stake, and uses that to do the same thing that Bitcoin does, essentially. It's just a different way. It definitely helps the environment to use a proof of stake concept rather than proof of work. And the third one, proof of authority, is a private key that gives the holder the right to create the blocks in a private blockchain. It can be held by a single entity or a set number of entities. This is an alternative to the proof of work model. And instead of getting multiple random nodes to improve a transaction, a group of specific nodes are given that authority to approve it. It's a far faster method, but it's not nearly as utilized in the crypto space as proof of work or proof of stake. Right now, in 2021, proof of stake seems to be the one that is taking off and being used by all these different companies. So when you buy a cryptocurrency that runs off of proof of stake, see if you think that it's right for you to stake that coin, which means essentially just give it back to them and let them have it, lock it away for you so that it earns interest for you. And you don't have to use a computer, you don't have to mine it, you're just giving them back your assets to use in the functionality of that ecosystem. A public key is your unique wallet address that appears as a long string of numbers and letters and is used to send and receive crypto. A private key is the same thing except that it's private. So when you make your MetaMask wallet address is your public key. And one of the last terms is a white paper. This is a detailed explanation of a cryptocurrency designed to offer technical information, explain the purpose of the coin, and set out a roadmap for how it plans to succeed. It's designed to convince investors and is basically the cryptocurrency's business plan. If you open up the cryptocurrency's business plan and they don't have a roadmap, move on, because they don't have a properly constructed white paper. That's just a little tip, but a white paper is essentially the crypto's business plan. So you definitely want to check that out before making any big investments in the crypto space. Always, always, always check out their white paper. You can always find their white papers very easily on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. You just click on the cryptocurrency that you're looking at, and it should be there somewhere. I know on coin market cap. It's right under the crypto's name. You'll see a bunch of different links to their website, and there will be one to their white paper. So definitely check those out before investing in any cryptocurrency. Now we're going to move on to layer 1 versus layer 2. Layer 1 is the term that's used to describe the underlying main blockchain architecture, whereas layer 2 is an overlaying network that lies on top of the underlying blockchain. So developers create the layer 1 blockchain, and then as they're using it, they need to make improvements and solutions to the problems that they've you run into. So they create a layer 2 solution that essentially wraps it all together, and it sits on top, but I like to think of it as it wraps around the blockchain, but it basically is just added as another layer to improve the network. And here are some links. This PowerPoint is available in the comments section below. That is it from me. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you can, please give this video a like and subscribe to have all the new content. I have so many crazy topics I want to get into. I have so many things I want to talk about in the crypto space and out of the crypto space. I got so much I want to do. But give it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned, and I will catch you far out interdimensional beings later. Peace.